So hello and welcome to my channel. This particular video or this particular series of videos is regarding Elite Football Fantasy project that I've created. Now this particular video, the first one, is just to get you interested in the project. That is by showing you what the project does and what it is. So let's just get started into it. Okay. So the first part is that let's discuss about what is the history or how we came after this particular idea of this particular project that we had created. So basically what it does is there is a GUI. This particular version is a GUI which has one of the tops Europe's most top football teams from the top five leagues, and that we use that to get the data into our software or into a backend, and then we use that data where we are a group of football fans who have created a fantasy league where we all have bought players using auctions, and now we want to collect the data of those players based on their performance in real life. So how do we do that? So previously, where before we didn't automate this, we were using search engines to find what the player did in that match, and based on those statistics we used to award points to that player, and then add those points to an Excel sheet, and then in that Excel sheet we used to get the data for each and every player. We used to have to do this for about 100 or 200 players, so that was a very uh, time consuming effort. So we decided to automate this, and first we had to find the source of data where we could get this data from, get that data, use our point system on it, get the points, and then yeah. So the first version of this particular Elite Football Fantasy uh, one, that is, was just a GUI that used to fetch us the points based on the player performance of a match. Then we used to take that point, input it into an Excel sheet, and then we used to do summaries at the end of the month to get to know who has done well, who has not. And yeah, we used to get rankings based on that. That was the first version of Elite Fantasy Football. Now, as the years went by, as the time went by, we slowly tried to automate all the processes behind this. And currently, the current version, that is the EFF 2.2, does not have any GUI. It is just a background process that runs and fetches us all the data. The data is then stored into a database. Then automatically reports are created from that using pandas, and visuals are created using matplotlib and seaborn. So the technologies used in this particular project are basically everything is done in Python. This is a very end-to-end product, from the front end to the back end to the SQL server. Everything is done using Python. Okay, the libraries used inside of Python for GUI was Tkinter, for data frame creation and manipulation, pandas. For visualization, it was matplotlib and seaborn. For API handling, it was requests, and then storing that data, we used SQLite 3. Now, the source of our data, the API we use, is the API Football Beta from the Rapid API Hub, and that is a very good API. We found that it matches our requirement uh, perfectly, so we used that particular. We had to do some research before it. We were previously trying to scrape the data from the web. Then we found this freemium API, which lets us use about 100 calls per day. That is a hard limit of 100 counts. We cannot exceed that. So yes, we use that, and the IDEs we use to our Sublime Text for some smaller data analysis, and PyCharm for the whole thing. Right? I've uploaded the same to GitHub, and the resources are mentioned: GitHub and Kaggle dataset. Also, that is the uh, match data from the top five leagues for about this season, I guess. Yeah, so not much of data, but yeah, around pretty detailed data. You can check that out. I'll attach this particular PDF with the video, and that is it. So now let's get into what our uh, project is really and the main part of it. Okay, so I'll just open it up. This is what it looks like. I'll boot it up again so you can see the amazing graphics that we had put in. Just a second, and I'll just start it again. So this is of, I guess, about four parts: front end, back end, then the SQL part, and now the visualizations that we use. Right. So I'll rerun the program and you can see the animation that pops up, right? So we used some graphics to, make it interesting. We were just trying to figure out tkinter and how it works and what it does. So there are a couple of animations that was particularly for Mesut Ozil, one of the great players of the Premier League. And now this is the starting page. Okay, just a simple starting page. We have tried to put in some animations, FIFA-esque fonts and stuff like that. Some part of it is inspired from Football Manager as well. So yeah, just the basic stuff. Now currently we had planned two things. One, the match data, where we collect the match data, and the second part is where, as managers or as players in the fantasy team have collected players, they want to know what they are doing and how is the overall position. We had created this particular part. Now we never got to finish this particular part, but this part is finished and it's a good product. So currently this does nothing, but for this one we have around the teams that are present inside our fantasy list. Now we only allow players to get their players from these list of teams that are playing for Europe this season. Couple of big teams are missing because they might have missed out on European competitions, but you can still get them. Teams like Arsenal and other teams who have missed out on Europe uh, have still have you can still buy those players. So there's a back end for those things as well. Now what we can do is we just have to select any team. Okay, let's say we choose this team, AS Monaco, right? We click on it, we put a date range. Okay, current to date is always set to today's date. The from date we can change to around, say, last week. So they might have played a match, at least one match during this week. We'll click on go, and then we'll get a list of matches that AS Monaco has played. And so as we click on to the date button, I'll just try it again. Uh, let's say for Chelsea, we select 24th April, that is today's date, 2022, and we put the from date as 20. We click on go. We'll get the matches between these particular date ranges. So I know definitely there was a match today of Chelsea West Ham in which Pulisic scored in the 90th minute, and yeah, so I'll just click on it and we'll see the details and the points awarded. So you can see these are the points awarded. Pulisic of course has a 9 due to the goal scored, and since he was a substitute, he's getting a lower amount of points, as that is the point system we have included. Alonso got 12, I guess, because of the clean sheet as well as the assist. Same goes for Edward Mendy, Trevor Chalobah, Thiago Silva, Suzel Azpilicueta. Even when Loftus-Cheek was at the wing-back position, so that's why even he has got. So good, and now I'll explain to you about these buttons. Okay, clear removes this particular match details from here, and you can load other match details. You can of course maximize this one to the full screen. Now I'll select on this one as well, and Chelsea 2, Arsenal 4. So I'll get both of these grids. Now what I can do is I can just simply click on either of these two buttons, okay, and save the home data or the away data into the database that we have using SQLite. Okay, that is all functionality is included. All the fields have been mapped and everything is just a robust thing, so it works really great. Now since this was a more goal scoring friendly match, we'll try to click on get detailed match data for this one. I'll just clear this one, so see this one goes away. Click on this one, get the detailed match data. We can see the referee, the venue, which match week this was. Now currently I know it was the 34th match for Arsenal and 33rd for Chelsea, I guess. But since it shows 25 because this was a previous match week which got postponed because of COVID cases and other stuff. So these are the attributes. I'll just explain some of those: minutes, clean sheets, shots on target, goals, key passes, tackles, block, interception, dribbles. So this is goals saved, not goals. Goals saved, blocks, interception, dribbles, yellow card, red card, penalty missed, penalty saved, total goals, goal assists. And sorry, this is just assist. We have put it at goal assist, and this is the total score. So you can see Timo Werner scored a goal, that's why 7. Espilicueta scored a goal, that's why 5. Now, since if you are a midfielder or you get lower points, that is what our point system is for goals, -2 for yellow cards, and this is it. And minutes and clean sheet, they don't get a point for clean sheet because they conceded 4 goals, so that is why. Now these get some points for clean sheet because they conceded relatively less, 2. Still it's a good number, but above 3 they don't get any points. That's what the point system is. Nketiah 2 goals, that were 20 total points. And yeah, the details are mentioned here. You can close this window, clear this one, clear this window. You have the options here. You can do it for n number of teams, n number of times until you have the calls for that. More about the calls in the next video as to what you can do, how you can install this, what prerequisites you will require to install this particular GUI onto your desktop. So stay tuned for that. This is it for the GUI walkthrough. This is the back button. You can go back, click on this, come back. Stat hub, currently nothing. We did add some points, but we haven't currently designed anything for this one. It's still all present on GitHub. All the details will be mentioned in the description. Feel free to give us a follow or a like or hit the subscribe button. I'm new to YouTube, so I'm not very aware about how to ask you guys to do it. But yeah, if you want to stay tuned and get to know about more about these and any create a fantasy football league of your own, get this GUI, get working on it. You just require about a day and a half to configure it, and yeah, that's it. You'll have it running, and you can have your own custom points and stuff like that. More about that another video. Thank you.